Welcome to episode one and let's say session one of what's working right now. And today was a very hectic day just purely because I got my dates mixed up for our year end. So we're going away for a weekend, and I didn't realize that the time we're leaving is the time I was going to record this, or the time I was going to go live at 10 or 11 a.m. But, anyways, I'm a man of my word, so I decided that let me just record this for you guys at about 6 in the morning. And if you're watching this, it's going to be really jam packed with a lot of value. I really want to help you guys conquer and crush in 2026, even this month, if you start to take action. So, if you don't have your pen, if you don't have your journals or your pads, make sure you have that ready because I'm going to drop bombs. Now, this is very key and this is very important before we get on. I'm not going to ramble, I'm just going to jump straight into it. If you do not implement this, you are not going to grow. Okay? We do not have a knowledge issue, we have an implementation issue. Yes, a lot of you guys don't know how to use AI and WhatsApp and all that good stuff. But guys, if you are not going to implement, none of this matters. You are no better than the agent who doesn't know anything because you guys are both not taking action. The agent doesn't know and that agent isn't taking action. Now you know, but if you're not taking action, then you're no good. So it's very important to take action. All right, let's jump straight into it. So, what am I going to cover in today's What's Working Right Now first session? Okay, I'm going to cover in terms of ads that are working right now for us, right, that are attracting buyers and sellers. Just images. I'm not really going to cover everything in detail. Maybe second session will cover the messaging behind it. Then I'm also going to walk you through the best ways to build trust as a real estate agent because I see many of you guys are just not good at building trust. And then I'm going to walk you through best types of content to get deals. Okay, cool. Let's jump straight into it. Now, first things first is I need to cover this because I've seen for the life of me, many real estate agents do not understand what a funnel is. And if you don't know what a funnel is, you're going to constantly struggle. Why? Because you are always going to go through motions where you have ups and downs, or where people don't trust you and you don't get it, or where you're like, why is it that this person is getting more deals than I am? What are they doing differently compared to what I'm doing differently? Why is this happening? I need to help you understand what a funnel is. Okay. And I need to help you understand how to use this strategy or how to use this structure to your advantage. So listen very carefully. All right. Now, what is a marketing funnel? Guys, the simple way I can explain it. There's so many companies that talk about they do funnels and all of that, but they never even really explain what is a funnel. Okay. And I feel that also a funnel is such a term that's loosely used that most people don't truly get what it is. Guys, a funnel in simplistic terms is a step by step process, a proven step by step process that turns a stranger into a customer. I'm going to say that again. A funnel is a step by step process, proven step by step process that turns a stranger into a customer. That, ladies and gents, is a funnel. Okay, it is as simple as that. So, for example, back in my days, where I used to be at Casanova, I had a funnel. I knew, okay, cool. If I had to go to the mall every Saturday and Sunday, get numbers, what is that? That is me creating awareness, okay, about who I am. I'm getting numbers. They see who I am. They're physically interested. All right. Now, once I have the numbers, the next thing I do is I call them up. We have a conversation. What am I doing when I'm having a conversation? I'm helping them get to know me a little bit better. Because yes, they saw me from a physical level and maybe the chemistry was there, but they don't know me like that. So I would give them a call so I could spark up interest with the ladies that I just met. Okay, I want to build more trust. I want to get them more comfortable. And once there's more trust, once they're more comfortable, my next step is to have that first date with them. But I would be very specific. I would meet up with them in the nighttime so that we could have drinks. We could chill at a nice lounge where the mood is set, right? So I always made sure that I never went on coffee dates because I wanted to be very specific and intentional. We always went out to like a very nice, quiet, jazzy lounge, right? Where we could have drinks and I'm wearing my black shirt and I'm looking good and I'm smelling good. I'm looking like a stud, right? That is where I'm building that desire, right? I want them to look at me because remember, I first got their number at the mall. And then after that, built interest by having conversations with them. I built that trust over the phone. And then we met up for a drink. And then they see me. I'm looking good. I'm looking like a stallion, right? Smelling good. Okay. That's where they have that desire for me. Like, ooh, I like this guy. There's so much about this guy. I trust him. I like him. Okay. Now we can either get into a relationship or we could have a friends with benefit situation. And that is where we actually take action on whatever that means. Okay. Now, guys, that was a funnel. That was a proven process for me that turned strangers into girlfriends or friends with benefits. And the same thing happens when it comes to marketing and getting customers. This right here is a funnel. You right now, if you're watching this, you are in a funnel. Chances are you probably came from one of my ads or you've been on my email list. So what did I do? Okay, you probably first saw my ad. When you saw my ad, what was that? You had more awareness about me. You didn't know who I am. Okay, and then you've been getting my emails daily or weekly. You're like, man, this guy is killing it. He's getting results for these clients and these clients and these clients. And then what did you do? You probably popped me a WhatsApp, or you probably saw my WhatsApp video where I spoke about how to get more sales and buys using AI and WhatsApp. So then that interest turned into desire. Now that you've watched my video, you're like, man, I want to work with this guy, but I don't have the budget yet. Or I want to work with this guy, but right now maybe I don't. Maybe right now is not the right time. Or I want to work with this guy. Where can I sign up? And that's where you actually take action. You see, that is my proven process that takes estate agents that don't know me from above soap all the way up until a happy customer, because I have a proven step-by-step process that gets people who don't know me, and then I get them to know me, and then I show them my results, and then I educate them, and then I create that desire, and then they take action. This right here is you be building that desire. Me building the desire to help you understand, like, oh my goodness, I never got this. Thank you, Wandile, for creating that epiphany. Thank you for giving me that light bulb moment. Now I realize why I'm so stuck. Okay, cool, Wandile. How can I take action from here? How can I work with you? It is all a funnel, guys. I want you to start analyzing every single company that you have worked with. Why do you go to Checkers, or why do you go to Woolies, or what made you decide to work with this particular company, or that particular plumber, or that particular lawyer? Sometimes it could be a case of you are probably just indoctrinated into that brand. Like, you didn't go through the full process. It's because you heard from a reliable friend who went through this full process that this company is the best. Now, you don't have to go through the whole full funnel process because you have a happy customer. And because that happy customer referred you, you then automatically trust that company. But for most companies who are looking to get new customers, this is the process they have to go through. And that is what I'm trying to help you understand this as an estate agent. It is a process. The problem with many estate agents, and then we're going to get started, right? Because I really need you guys to understand this. Many estate agents are looking to get customers who already know, like, and trust them. There's already that desire and they're ready to take action. Okay, it is very rare to find those type of people. And if you do find those type of people, they're the most pickiest people, because now they're going to scrutinize you. Okay, what makes you the best agent? No, I want to do this. No, this is my decision. And that is why for most of you that are cold calling, yes, you're getting the open mandates, or you're getting the mandates, but you feel like you're not respected. You don't feel like an expert because you didn't build that trust. All right. You didn't have your funnel and process because you went all the way straight to the bottom trying to find people here. And every single real estate agent and their mother's trying to get customers at the bottom. Can you get them? Yes. But it's a very small audience. And that very small audience are the pickiest people in the world. If you didn't build that full trust, if you didn't take them through that full process. So it's very important to understand this, because if you do not understand this, guys, you are always going to struggle as an agent. You're always going to be compared. You're always going to be feeling like you are not the expert. You're always going to seem like people are just not, you're just not going to work with the right customers. Don't you want to work with people that know, like, and trust you? Don't you want to work with people that view you as an expert? Don't you want to work with people that really, really, really only want to work with you, no matter how many times they approach, even by the best agent in their area, they still want to work with you? Listen carefully, because I'm going to walk you through the perfect funnel for you to get people who don't know you from a bar of soap, all right, by building that awareness. Then I'm going to show you how to build interest and trust and that desire. And then I'm going to show you what's the best ways for them to take action, or the content for you to create for them to take action. Listen very carefully. All right, cool. So the first part of the funnel, so in the marketing world, we call it the top of the funnel. So there's 3 steps in the funnel. There's the top of the funnel, there's the middle of the funnel, then there's bottom of the funnel. All right. So top of the funnel is really more about creating awareness and interest. Middle of the funnel is where we're really building in that trust and that desire. And then bottom of the funnel is getting them to take action. So at the very top of the funnel, what is the best way for you to build awareness? Now, there's multiple ways for you to build awareness, but for the sake of time, I'm going to walk you through what works well for us to build awareness as the top of the funnel. And this is basically what we do to build top of the funnel ads, right? We like to use meta ads. Now, I'm not going to discuss in detail why we like to use meta ads, but the purpose of using meta ads, which is Facebook and Instagram ads, is that number one, you can target people, right, living in the specific areas that you want to focus on running ads with. Remember, as I said, guys, we need awareness. So if you can find tools that can help you get the most awareness, that is where you get more people open on who you are. So remember, the whole purpose of our top of the funnel is that we want to build awareness and interest. So when we are building awareness and interest, we want to use Facebook and Instagram ads, not boosted posts, but intentional lead generation ads that's going to help us find people that are going to give us their name, their email, their phone number, their street address, and tell us why they're looking to sell or tell us why they're looking to buy. Okay. And these are the best images that have helped us get leads. Now, when I say get leads, I'm talking about people who are giving us willingly their name, the email, their phone number, the street address, and reasons why they're looking to sell or buy. These are the best so far, working really well. So from the seller ad side of things, we just noticed, man, anything that has an aerial shot of a home or a map, and then you can have different variations, that just works really well. Now, the reason why I don't want to say these exact ads are the reasons why they work is because, yeah, they do work. But the problem is, I see for many of you guys, you copy our ads and then you only have the same style running for like 2, 3, 4 months and you realize it's no longer working because you're forgetting that the foundation is the map. The foundation is the aerial shot of the home. But if you really want to make sure that your ads continue providing results, you need to add some variation, change the color, change the pricing on the homes, right? Add some landmarks, okay? Add in your picture here. Just do as best as you can to create variations. This map over here has been performing very well based for our clients in Cape Town. But notice here, this was yellow and red. Then we'll change it to blue and white. All right. They will maybe change the numbers, or maybe we'll add in the South African flag or the rand, or the rand value. It is very important to have different variations because that's what's going to continuously get more awareness. All right. If you see an ad every single day, the same ad every single day, maybe the first time it got your attention and you provided information. But then if you keep seeing the same ad and you never took action, if you're going to keep seeing that ad, nothing is going to drive you to click on it. Okay. But if you see a different ad, maybe there's a different variation. Maybe now it's a yellow and black, or it's a blue and red, for example. Now that captures your attention because maybe the yellow and black didn't really resonate with you, but the blue and the orange did. I'm just giving you an example. That is how your audience reacts to ads. So for us, it's always important to have different variations. It's always key. Now, the key element is we like to change our images every 2 weeks. We refresh our images, and that's what keeps the results always working every single time. Now, these are the best ads to get awareness and interest. How do you get interest? You want to have a good offer. What offer do we run? We like to do a custom-made market analysis. Now, why do I say custom-made? Is because we want to alleviate people that just want desktop valuations. We want to focus more people who want something customized and tailored for them. How can you do a custom home market analysis? You need to go and see them in their house. Simple as that, right? Not need to say much about that. And then the buyer ads is very simple. The buyer ads, what we like to do, grid style images are the best. Grid style is basically where you have multiple images in one image. Okay. Why this works is because on P24, most oftentimes you just see one image, right? But we want to capture different parts of the home. So when we have different parts of the home, we're also capturing different parts of different audiences. You could have an audience who could be captured on this particular ad image because of the sunset, or you could have someone that's captured by just viewing the house, or you could have someone that's captured by viewing this section of the house. But if you're only going to have one image, you're only going to attract one set of an audience. So we want to try and find multiple different images that are going to attract different types of audiences that would be keen on this particular listing. And the same thing would happen with the same here. It always works really well. Grid style images are the best. In the past, we used to do just 4 images, just like a traditional square by square. But now we like to play around with things. I mean, hey, as I said, different variations. You need to make sure that when you are creating awareness and interest, you have ads that are different. Don't just create ads that are super, super professional with your face and your logo and why you're the best. No, that's not the time. Remember, guys, what we're trying to do here, we're trying to build awareness and interest. How do you build awareness? You run meta ads to your targeted audience, because that is the best way where they're going to be more aware of you and your brand. But just having your face but just having awareness is not enough, right? We need to build interest. How do we build interest? Well, then we need to tackle the pain points that they're going through, or having a really good, compelling offer. So that's why I said how we build interest is by click on this link if you would like a custom-made, homemade valuation. Are you looking to purchase a property in midstream estates between the value of 5 to 10 million? We've got properties that can help you. So if you're an investor or if you're a growing family and you are looking to get a home in the luxury midstream estate, click on this link here and I'll send you a personalized viewing, or I'll send you a personalized link and also a personalized viewing link where you can go and check out the property. And if you're happy to come through, we can then set up a private consultation to view the property. All right. Those are different offers that are doing what? Building interest. Okay. Hope that makes sense. So now that we have ads that are building awareness and interest at the same time, you are now going to get an influx of leads coming in. All right. There's going to be a lot of leads coming in. You're going to get 5, 10, 15, 20. Some of my clients even get 100 leads a day. Okay. Of leads who are what? Are more aware of you and they have interest. Now, are they ready to take action? There's going to be a percentage of them. All right. There's going to be a percentage of them that are ready to take action. But remember, guys, there's no trust. They saw you, they're aware of you, they're interested, but remember, they don't trust you. Remember back on my dating days, right? I went to the mall, I would go get women's numbers. All right. But then what did I do to build that interest? Okay, I got on the phone with them. I spoke with them. I built a little bit of interest, getting them to know me a little bit better. But what turned them to go and see me in person? It was that interest, that trust, so that they can meet me in person. This is the key element here. All right, here is perfect to get the awareness of homeowners and buyers. All right, it's also going to get them interested. But remember, you have a very finite window. A very finite window, because these people could be interested for an hour and then they lose interest, or these people could be interested for 5 hours, then they lose interest, or these people could be interested for a day and then they lose interest. So depending on how soon you get hold of these people to build that desire, to build that trust, you're always going to lose. And this is where many estate agents have it wrong. So this here is great for awareness and interest, but if you want to build desire, this is where you need to build trust as an agent. And if you want to crush it in 2026, listen very carefully, because these are the best ways for you to build trust. Guys, the best 2 ways I've seen, hands down, working with different clients, guys, is you need to focus on building educational content. You want to have a bank full of educational content. I'll break this down in a second. And then you also want to have digital products that are actually going to build trust. Okay. Now, remember, guys, as I showed you earlier on, we had a strategy to get awareness and to build interest. But remember, that alone is not enough. We need to build trust. Because remember, yes, they may know us, they may be interested, but if someone is just interested, but they don't trust you, that window is very finite. Okay? It's a very finite window. We want to make sure that we convert those people into people that know, like, and trust us. So the first trust asset is ebooks. Guys, this is the easiest ways for you to build trust. So what we did for our clients is that we actually built multiple different ebooks, right? So this is an example, home improvement ebook, the ultimate guide to maximizing your property's worth. Why? Because we realized that for many of our clients, because they don't understand the funnel, because they don't know how to turn a stranger into a happy customer, because they don't know the trust side of things, they were losing deals. And then that's where I decided that, okay, we're going to create trust assets. We're going to create ebooks for you so that as soon as a new lead comes in and they're interested in knowing more information, then they can send them that ebook to help them understand the process. Now, what are we teaching in this ebook? We're teaching them everything that a homeowner needs to know to improve the value of their home. What are we also doing? We are also debunking the objections that they get. Oh no, this is my price. Oh no, this is how I want to do things. Oh no, I don't want to give you this X commission. I want to give you that commission. Or oh no, I only want to do an open mandate instead of a sole mandate. All right. So what are we doing with this ebook? We are basically indoctrinating them, right? We're positively brainwashing them, okay, to go according to the standards that work for who? For you. So in this home improvement handbook, you're going to break down, the interest rate, and you're going to break down, for example, why doing a sole mandate is better, why working with one agent is better, why just renovating a kitchen is not enough. If you really want to improve the value of a home, you need to do this, you need to do that. Why, if you want to see where to start to improve the value of your home, you need to do a custom made home market analysis. See what we're doing? All right. We are positively brainwashing them to go in a sense, to actually go according to our funnel process. So we want them to view this ebook. We want them to look at this ebook and be like, man, I like Wandile. I like what Wandile was saying. I learned so much from Wandile. Now I understand why I can't price at this point. Now I understand why working with one agent is the best way to go. Now I understand why, for example, painting a bedroom isn't going to increase the value of the home drastically if I need to do this or this or this or this. But the only way we can actually figure that out, or the only way we can, in a sense, strategically increase the value of our home, is by getting Wandile to come do a quick inspection. He gives us advice, or he can tell us, oh no, this is what you need to do to maximize your home value, or to improve your home to then maximize buyers' interest. That is how you do it, guys. That is how you build trust as an agent, by educating them. You want to look at all the burning pain points they have in their mind, and you want to put that in that ebook. All the objections, put that there, so that by the time they're done reading it, when you talk to them again, it is a smooth sailing process. Why? Because you've built the desire. Okay? Trust is important to build desire. Most people want to get desire before building the trust. No, guys. If you want homeowners to literally salivate to work with you, you need to get them to trust you. We're living in a trust recession, guys. It's not, the economy. No, guys, we're living in a trust recession. And if you don't know how to build trust, you're going to struggle, because you're always going to be compared. You're always not going to be seen as an expert. So ebooks are the best way to go to build trust assets. And here's the thing, guys, you build it out once and it's done. It's done. Guys, that video of mine where I speak about how to get buyers and sellers using AI and WhatsApp, that was one YouTube video that I did, and I'm close to like 600-700 views. Okay, that has helped me get so many clients, because I built one trust asset that was educating real estate agents on how to get buyers and sellers using AI and WhatsApp. And what was I doing? I covered everything in detail, but I did it in 5 minutes. Now, I'm good at video, but I understand many of you guys are not. And that's why ebooks are one way to go about it. Another way, guys, is educational video content. I cannot stress, I have this one client of mine who's been getting so many mandates. All right. The type of mandates where people are just like, how, that is impossible. How did you do it? And that is purely because she was creating educational content on her social media pages. Remember, guys, when you are running these ads, these are coming from your business pages. It's not coming from a random place. No, it's coming from your business page. The same way when most of you guys saw my ad and you clicked on my profile and you saw my videos, and now you're watching this video. Okay, people are naturally curious. People are stalkers. People want to see what you're all about. So if they go on your page and they just see listings, how are you building trust by just showing listings? What is a listing going to do? How is a listing going to educate them? How is a listing going to give them value? It's not going to do anything for them unless they're already here, right? Unless they're ready to take action. But remember, guys, a big pool of your audience are here at the top, all right? They don't know much. They're not even aware of who you are. So that's why it's very important. If you want to build desire with your market, you need to have, for example, educational content. This client of mine, look at the caption. Most homeowners have no idea how much money they're leaving on the table when they skip a property valuation, a professional property valuation. And this is just a video of her speaking about the reason why most properties don't sell is because most homeowners are just not educated in terms of how to sell their house effectively. And they don't get a property valuation, a custom made one at that, right? So what is she doing? She's educating people, helping them understand why it's so important to get a valuation. Now, guess what? If you are looking to sell your house and you watch this video, you'll be like, I didn't know that. Perfect. Let me go contact this lady. The reason why is because she educated them. She turned that person who was interested now into someone who has high desire because a big question has been answered. Remember, guys, there are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are interested in selling their house. But the only reason why they haven't taken action yet is because they don't have that desire to, purely because nobody's educating them on why it is important. So why are you guys surprised when nothing is working? So it's very important, guys. The content, I've been preaching this for a very long time. And the only way you're really going to get results, guys, is if you take action. And I've given you guys 2 examples. You can either do video or you can do ebooks. You do what works best for you. If you use both of these, you're going to grow in so many ways, that people won't even recognize your strategy because you're working closely and you're listening to me. Okay. And a lot of these marketing companies are not going to tell you this. They will, oh, we're going to get you leads. We're going to get you leads. Oh, we could use this. We're going to use. No, guys. What are they doing? What are they doing, guys? They're trying to get you to take action, but you don't understand that it's all about awareness, interest, and desire. But when you watch me, what am I doing? I am helping you build that desire by educating you more so you understand everything. I'm good at building awareness. I'm good at building interest. But the difference between me and everyone else is because I focus a lot here, building that desire. And what am I doing now? Educating you guys so I can build that desire for you guys to take action on working with who? With me. Okay. Anyways, so lastly, guys, now that you've built the trust, right, which is ultimately building the desire, now the best content, all right, for you to get deals, it's very simple. Okay. You want to showcase you in your element. Okay. So what do I mean by that? Now, you don't have to go this route, but this is one of the easiest ways, guys, for you to get deals without having to beg for a deal. All right. And I wanted to do something a little bit more different. If you want to get deals, now that you've built a system that's going to get people to build awareness, to know who you are, now that you've built a system to get people to trust you, it's very simple in terms of turning that high desire into action. Just make sure that your branding is there and you've got something that's a bit more direct. All right. So something that could be direct is, hey, if you're looking to work with me, here's my information. Contact me here. Boom, boom, boom. That is something that you could use to get people to take action. Because remember, you've now taken them from not knowing who you are to knowing you. Then you've built interest. Then you've built that desire by having those trust assets. Now the next natural progression is, if you want to work with me, contact me here. But I don't like to go that route. Reason why is because every single agent and their mother does that. What if you did something different that showcased your competency, okay, that showcased potential customers or happy customers, and then you tell them, if you want to work with me, contact me here. And the best way to do that, guys, is by essentially taking photos, guys, creating content. Look at this, handovers and testimonials. Here's an amazing picture of this agent over here who did a handover with the client. And guess what? She's very smart. She essentially gives her clients le creuset. Not furniture. What world am I in? It's not stoneware, man. Kitchen. You guys know what I'm speaking about, guys. Please, okay. it's 6:20 in the morning. Okay, I'm still defrosting. Anyways, so now imagine if you had this person who first saw her ad, which was speaking about a property listing or a video on how to buy the home of your dreams, for example. And then she probably bought an ebook or got an ebook from this lady or watched a video from this lady. And then she finally contacted this lady because she saw her do a handover with another client. And she's like, hey, I like this agent. I trust this agent. And I'm just seeing right now that she helped another buyer or another buyer buy a property in maybe the area that I'm looking to buy a property in. And she gives her clients le creuset. Oh, damn. I also want to work with this agent. That is one of the easiest ways, guys, to get people to take action. If they know, like, and trust you and they're ready to go, hand over content is the best. So whether you have videos, whether you have images, you want to make sure that you do hand over content, and you want to distribute them in multiple different channels. Distribute them on WhatsApp, distribute them on Facebook and Instagram. Especially if you are running ads online, you know for a fact that you have a lot of eyeballs on you. So make sure that you distribute your hand over content there. Right? If you know you have a lot of eyeballs on your WhatsApps because you've been engaging with your leads, right? Remember, if you running ads where people are seeing your ad and then they're talking to you on WhatsApp afterwards by using our system, of course, you're having conversations with them. So now when you're sending them ebooks, now when you send them video link content or videos to watch your content, the best natural progression is that you want to have videos that will showcase your proficiency. And I've seen a lot of my clients, what they will do on their status on WhatsApp, they will show handover videos, they will show handover images. And another way to do it is by having testimonial videos, or you can have testimonial images, right? But showcase testimonials that are in alignment with the buyer at the stage that they're in. So what do I mean by that? If you are currently looking to get stock, then post testimonials on happy sellers who sold their home in a record time, or who are able to sell their house so that they can live in the house of their dreams. Because posting testimonials about happy clients who purchased a house is not going to resonate with a seller who's looking to sell a house. So always make sure that everything is in alignment, because when everything is in alignment, that is where you get what? The customer. All right. So if we're looking at this marketing funnel in reality, okay, the awareness and the interest, this is where you have your ads. All right. The ad images to spark the awareness, but then it's the offer that's going to get them interested. So don't just have an ad image and that's that. Yeah, you're getting awareness, but awareness without interest is not going to take them to take action. So you want to have the offer which is going to spark the interest. Now, the only way to convert that interest into desire is engaging with them and giving them value. And that's where the trust assets come into play. Now, the only way we can convert that desire into action is, number two, making sure you are good and you're consistent in answering burning questions that they have. And now that they know, like, and trust you, it's just a matter of timing. Okay. Some people are ready to go right now. And then some people are only looking to move forward in 2-3 months' time. So you need to make sure that you've got enough content that is going to speak to those audiences at those different timelines. And the best way to do it, be consistent in your content. Post a lot of handovers, post a lot of testimonial videos daily on your WhatsApps, on your social medias, because you could have a lot of people who are aware, interested, and they have desire. But if you are not posting any, let's say, content on testimonials and handover videos, for example, right, to drive them to take an action, they're going to take an action with another agent. All right. Now, do you want that agent to close a deal, but you're the one who took them from the awareness, interest, and desire? No, you don't want to do that. So don't sabotage yourselves, guys. Be consistent with the content. It's very important. So to quickly recap this for the last time, all right? If you want to build awareness and interest, you want to use Meta ads, all right, to get interest, because Meta knows exactly who to target. But targeting and finding people is the first hurdle. It's not enough. We need to have an offer. What offers do we run? You want to either do a free a custom-made CMA market analysis, or you want to then advertise your listing. Your listing is what's going to get them interested. It's as simple as that. All right. Now, how do we then build desire? We need to build trust. So you want to have multiple different trust assets. Okay. Create and post content as regularly as possible. Okay. And then also have content that they can consume, digital content that they can consume. For a lot of you guys who've been seeing my ads and you watched my video and then you say, hey, look, please send me more information. What did I do? I sent you a proposal. I sent you documentation. All right. I send you daily emails. Now, the best type of content to get deals is you want to have handover content, which is videos or images or post testimonials. What am I doing with my emails, guys, on a day-to-day basis? I am posting results. I am posting, here's how this agent got this amount of mandates using this strategy. Here's how this agent got this amount of deals using this strategy. What am I doing, guys? I am pushing agents who know, like, and trust me, already have that desire to take an action. And how do I do that? By sending those daily emails. And that is how I make my money. And that is how you can crush it if you follow that process. As I said, guys, a marketing funnel, I'm going to explain this one more time. A marketing funnel, okay, is a proven process that turns strangers into customers. It is not by luck. It is not by chance. It is not by, oh, you need to cold call 100 people every single day. No, guys, it is a proven process. And when you do this consistently, you will always close deals. Will this mean that you're going to get a deal immediately? Yeah, you will, because there's always going to be someone who is ready to take action. But these people are very far few in between, and that's the reason why most agents struggle, is because they're always focusing on people who want to take action. But remember, this person here once started here, but you think that you are hot sauce. Oh, I'm good at cold calling. No, 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 no. You don't realize that Mark was aware, and then eventually he was interested. Maybe he viewed content, maybe he was looking at someone else's content. And then maybe he started watching webinars, or maybe he started looking at other content, started reading things on social media, and then he had that burning desire to take an action. And then you so-called happened to call him at the right place at the right time. And he was already ready to go. He was not hesitant. And the reason why is because he already started here. Think about every single new business that you worked with. If it wasn't from a referral, right, somebody that you know, like, and trust, who was already here that referred you, you most likely started here. And 9 times out of 10, many of you guys most likely started here when you didn't know me. And then guess what? You probably saw my ad and you liked my offer about the video. And then you saw my video, and then we spoke, and then you saw my emails, and then you were like, actually, let me go watch this guy's video. And now you're here. Some of you guys, from timing, if the timing is right and you can afford my services, we're going to work together. But if not, then it's okay. But I know that many of you guys are here. And it's just a case of taking action when the timing is right. It is literally just that, guys. And the key element here is, how can I get as many people into my funnel? Because if you can get as many people into a funnel, that is how you get more customers. Oh, this makes sense, guys? I really wanted to break this down in simplistic terms to give you guys as much value as possible. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to wrap it up. If you'd like to work with me, WhatsApp me 0686268154. I do need to emphasize and stress, I don't work for free. Okay, if you expect to work with a professional, if you expect to work with someone who's been working with over 2,000 agents getting results, I'm pretty sure you guys can see I know what I'm speaking about, because I've been doing this now for about 8+ years now. This is not going to be something that's for free. This is not something that's going to be cheap. Okay, but let's have a conversation. I'm happy to see how I can help and assist, but it will be a charged service. You cannot get everything for nothing. Okay, and if anything, I honestly undercharge, to be honest. I should be charging way more than I should. But anyways, guys, if you'd like to work with me, WhatsApp me 0686268154. If you're looking for proposals, if you want to see my packages, just pop me a WhatsApp. I'll send that over to you, and then let's see how we can work together, guys. I hope this has been valuable. I need to rush. I need to go and cut my hair. Then, yeah, I have a crazy day ahead of me. But I hope this has helped. Peace and love, guys. Cheers.